You just said you guys are trying to extort me. I don't know who you mean by you guys. Do you want to tell me? Who
Oh,
you
just
think is
$50 for the footage is kind of like an extortion, bribery. You're trying to make me pay for something that you already have footage of. It should be provided. I'm paying for the fine.
I
I'm
think
paying
you
you
better
guys.
I think you better take stock of where you are, and I think you better realize you're really about to be found in contempt if you keep calling the court an extortionist, if you keep calling
That's
someone
fact.
in this docket guilty of bribery. All right, we'll now be on the record in De Silva, 2025 TR 2243, State of Kansas versus Christopher John De Silva. Jared Regier for the state. Mr. De Silva in person or pro se. You are Chris De Silva, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now I'm gonna need you to take down your orange hoodie there for trial. Thank you, sir. And you are wanting to exercise your right to a bench trial. Is that right, Mr. De Silva?
Yes, Your Honor. I had it scheduled for the last time I saw you, and I guess I thought that's what the bench trial was going to be, and I scheduled for me for another hearing, and I guess so. I'm here for another hearing for the bench trial. This is the second time. I should have had a bench trial the first time I spoke to you.
I show the first time you were in court was November 20th, 2025 for first appearance, and you said you wished to contest your ticket. So we scheduled you for February 4th, 2026 at 9 a.m. You said you were going to be in Alaska for 3 months and asked to be scheduled in May. And we then had a conversation about the points on your license. And we set your hearing to February 4th, 2026 at 9 a.m. That you're trying to give you a little more time.
Right, that was supposed to be the
February
hearing
4th.
for that what I was
Sir,
supposed to
let me
have for the bench
talk.
trial.
Please let me
Sorry,
talk. So
sorry.
February 4th, 2026, we did come in for the traffic trial. Actually, it looks like we set that over to the 4th, and that's when you said you wanted to look into a bench trial, so we set the matter over to March 18th. So here we are. You want a bench trial? Is the state ready to present a bench trial?
The state is prepared, Your Honor, as a preliminary matter. In a last-minute attempt to resolve this matter short of trial, if the defendant is prepared to enter a guilty plea before this matter proceeds to trial upon waiving his right to counsel, the state would be prepared to recommend the scheduled fine as well as court costs. If this matter proceeds to trial, depending on the outcome, the state would put the court on notice that the state does intend to argue for elevated fines pursuant to KSA 82118 subsection C for reasons that will become clear depending on the outcome of said bench trial.
All right. Well, Mr. De Silva, you don't want to enter a plea. You want a trial, correct?
I should have had a trial last time I spoke to you.
All right. Look, sir, I don't know why you keep making that point, but it's not helping your cause any. If you think I did something wrong, you can appeal me on that issue as well as any other issue. But Mr. Regier, I don't think opening statements would help me. I think if you want to just call your first witness.
Very good, Your Honor. Is the court finding that the defendant has waived his right to counsel in this matter?
Well, this is a traffic infraction. It's not enhanceable, but Mr. De Silva, you know you have the right to hire an attorney. Do you know that you have had the right to hire an attorney?
Yeah, I know I should have had a bench trial the first time, February, what is it, 7th or 4th?
What are you doing, sir? Are you trying to say I've done something wrong here?
No, I'm
Are
just asking to see. Today was supposed to be the bench trial, or the last time I spoke to you
Right.
actually was. So now I'm waiting 2 times now. You want to make it a third? Then I guess I could have a third bench trial. I'm just waiting for you to decide if you're willing to proceed, or is it something that's so important that you just can't let me go? And I could wait until another bench trial. Sure, go ahead. I'm not waiving my right. I'm gonna wait for the third time to give you a third time's a charm kind of thing. Bench trial, third time. Do you want to pick another date? What's
Are you
available?
asking for a continuance? Why you-
If you prefer, it's up to you.
No, I prefer to get this thing resolved. I prefer to go to bench trial today. I don't know why you keep saying that you need a third time charm.
I mean, I'm not pleading. I'm gonna plead not. I'm gonna plead innocent, and that I did a good job driving, and you guys are just trying to extort me for cash. It's all in the memo. It's all in the recording that you have, and if you review it from the officer's dash cam and officer's body cam footage, you will obviously recognize that you want $50 for that and a trial. So if you want to pick a date and a time, we could conference then. I'm not arguing with you in your courtroom or your state. I really respect your time and your compassion and consideration.
You just said you guys are trying to extort me. I don't know who you mean by you guys. Do you want to tell me? Who
Oh,
you
just
think is-
$50 for the footage is kind of like an extortion, bribery. You're trying to make me pay for something that you already have footage of. It should be provided. I'm paying for the fine.
I
I'm
think
paying you guys.
I think you better take stock of where you are, and I think you better realize you're really about to be found in contempt if you keep calling the court an extortionist, if you keep calling
That's
someone
fact.
in this docket guilty of bribery.
Your Honor,
Miss Michelle, do you really want to get into this? Go ahead.
I am so sorry to interrupt, but I think I can shed some light on what he's talking about.
I'd rather you not, unless he calls you as a witness.
Okay,
Thank you. Giving you the best benefit of the doubt, you're talking about you didn't like the fact that you had to pay for discovery records, maybe? I don't know, but Mr. Regier, he wants a trial. I think we better get into that trial before I have to find him in contempt the way he's talking.
Very
You
good,
need-
Very good, Your Honor.
All right.
Your
Are there
Honor,
any opening statements? The defendant's kind of already given his.
Your Honor, the state would waive opening statements at this time and call Trooper Adams to the stand.
Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, thank you. You may lower your hand. Before we go further, Mr. De Silva, I want to make sure, were you asking me to continue this for a third time, as you called it?
If you
Are you-
prefer, yeah, I just wanted to
Well,
get the footage. If I'm gonna be paying, I want to be able to present that in court.
Have you filed a motion for discovery to get footage of whatever you're talking about?
Yeah, but you guys want a fee, $50 fee, so what is
Sir,
that?
I am not a party to this case. I have not asked you for a $50 fee. I have not tried to bribe you, and I have certainly not tried to extort you. Do you want to maintain that position? Are you wanting another judge that you think that somehow I'm a corrupt judge and you need one that isn't? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Now, what is this $50 you're talking about? Did you try to get,
That's what the message said.
you tried to get some dash cam footage or some body cam footage?
Yeah, I just wanted that to be played at the conference with you today.
And who did you ask that from?
Through the message I was mailed through the internet, my email.
Who did you ask it from specifically?
The sender who sent the message so I could log in with you.
All right, so the clerk sent you the Zoom codes and you tried to get the clerk to give you the body cam footage?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, that's not the way it works, sir. And if you'd hire an attorney, you'd know that. She does not have the evidence in this case. That's Mr. Regier and the trooper. Those are the ones you have to ask subpoena records and ask for discovery from. And if they charge a fee to reproduce the evidence, as long as it's a reasonable fee, they're entitled to. So If you're filing some kind of oral objection to the filing fee or to the discovery fee, overruled. If you're requesting for a third continuance of this hearing, denied. Mr. Regier, please proceed.
One moment, Your Honor. Did you ever write the defendant a citation for speeding 75 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone?
Yes, I did.
Why did you write the defendant for 75 miles per hour specifically as opposed to, say, 80 miles per hour?
With my contact with the subject, it seemed that with the story he gave me, that he needed just a little bit of leniency from me with some discretion on my end.
And was it based off of this determination of your professional capacity that you wrote the defendant a citation for 75 miles per hour specifically?
Yes.
Okay. Barring any redirect, no further questions.
All right, Mr. De Silva, this is your chance to ask questions of the trooper, not to make statements of your own yet, but to question him if you wish.
No, it's okay, Your Honor. I'll just pay the fine and respect the trooper's judgment on point when I
Wait a
spoke
minute.
to him.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so you have no questions of this officer, is that right?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Regier, any other evidence?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right, the state rests.
The state does so rest, Your Honor.
All right, now, Mr. Silva, you want to make a statement to the court?
No, I'll pay the judgment of what you're requesting.
So you're wanting to cancel the trial, plead guilty and pay, is that right?
Can I plead no contest?
You can
Right.
plead no contest if you wish, but
Thank
you
you.
want
And then
you want to stop the trial right now and plead no contest, is that right?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, is anyone making you give up the right to conclude this trial? Do you feel like anyone's forcing you to quit the
No.
trial midstream?
No.
You want to do this of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
You know that we can continue and that we're to the point where you can
No.
present evidence of your own if you wish.
No, it's okay.
All right. By pleading no contest, you're saying you don't want to admit the evidence herein, but you don't want to deny it and finish the trial, right?
You're correct.
And no one's making you do this procedure where you stop the trial midstream.
Right.
All right, well, I'm going to find that the defendant is knowingly and voluntarily entering a no contest plea. I'm also going to find the state has already provided a factual basis to support that plea through the officer's testimony. So I am finding the defendant guilty based on his plea. And
Your Honor, the state does wish to be heard on the issue of disposition as previously indicated prior to the trial.
all right, please proceed, Mr. Regier, to make your recommendations for sentencing.
Your Honor, the state does acknowledge that the charge before the court, 75 and a 65, the scheduled fine pursuant to KSA 82118, subsection C is $45, as well as the imposition of court costs. However, in addition to testimony made on the record, the states understand that this is a defendant with two other cases. That is Greenwood County 25 TR 0547 and 25 and Kiowa County 25 TR 0383. The state is aware of separate journal entries in both of those cases, which the state would move the court to take judicial notice of. In the Greenwood County case, the state, which would appear to have been signed by Your Honor, the state, that matter proceeded to bench trial, and the court did find the defendant guilty of speeding under KSA 8-1558 on December 19th of 2025. In the Kiowa County case, the journal entry refers to a another bench trial occurring on December 9th, 2025, also involving this defendant, and also where the court found the defendant guilty in that matter. State's information is that in both of these cases, there was one alleged count of speeding under KSA 8-1558, with both of those cases having offense dates of October 1st, 2025. The state mentions that because the ticket in this matter also has an occurrence date of October 1st, 2025, i.e. 3 separate speeding tickets all on the same day. With that being said, in addition to court costs, the state is recommending a $300 fine, which the state does respectfully submit is appropriate under these circumstances.
Well, I'm looking at those records on the state Odyssey system, and I do find exactly what you're saying. I see also, I think WL would be Wilson County. There's a offense date of October 9th, 2025. Disposition December 18th of 25. Says DBP, though I'm not sure what that would be. Unless, clerk, do you know what DBP means on that? Is that some kind of disposition pending?
What's that case number, Your Honor?
It looks like it's WL 2025 TR 1213. If you pull up the case history summary for this defendant on Odyssey, it's the last one in the list.
That appears to be a speeding ticket that was,
See where it says disposition, December 18th, 25 DBP. And I know the GP up there on that one is guilty plea, but I don't know what all those codes are.
it was dismissed by prosecutor.
Ah, okay, so that one was dismissed. Okay. And that may be why you didn't bring it up, Mr. Regier.
That would be the state's understanding, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. De Silva, the state is asking me to enhance your fine considerably from the scheduled $45 fine up to $300 because you had 3 tickets issued all on the date of October 1st, 2025. Looks like 2 of them were disposed of in December of 2025. Of course, the one here is pending this hearing today. Do you have anything you want to say about his recommendation?
Yeah, well, I had a malfunctioning dashboard in the vehicle that I purchased, and also I had to go potty that day. And also I was leery about the by traffic that I was traveling by, and I wasn't really involved in any kind of close call with a vehicle kind of incident other than the traveling violation. I'm still asking for a reduction due to the cost. I can't afford rent right now as is. Putting an extra cost on the amount would pretty much put me in a bad batter up kind of position. And I guess each amount is kind of like ammunition. I can't really afford to pay the ticket as is today, or else I would have already paid it. So I'm asking for a the car cost as it stays and not increasing it as the prosecutor suggests.
Well, I'm always hesitant to increase fines to avoid the appearance that the defendant is penalized for exercising his right to trial. In that instance, I normally would go with the scheduled fine, but I'm also troubled by the fact that the defendant does have convictions for 2 speeding tickets on the very same day that he's pleaded guilty to in this case, and that he's pleaded no contest to, and the officer has provided testimonial factual basis to.
And Your Honor, for purposes of the record, the state would have it noted that the state's recommendations is based solely on events occurring prior to today's date and has nothing to do with the defendant's exercise of his right to a trial, as it is his right, and the state does not make any recommendations insofar as the exercise of that right is concerned.
And I find that I find that there's that is most likely I find that I agree with you. Okay, well, yeah. I'm going to triple your fine. I'm going to make it $135. I'm not going to go with the 300, but I am going to triple it because of the fact that this was your third one that day after you'd already been given tickets by 2 other authorities. And to that, I have to add your court costs of $108. So I believe that comes to $243. And yes, I will most definitely give you some time to pay that. How much time have you paid the tickets in any of the other cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Okay. All right. How much time do you need to pay? $243?
Well, I don't have a real job right now, so I don't know. Pick a date and I'll just turn myself in.
Well, the way it works is if you don't pay it by the date ordered, then your license can be suspended by the state up and peek at the licensing folks. How about 90 days? Would that be enough?
I'll try to see if I could do anything in between then, yes, without committing another sin.
Well, I don't know about your sins, but you did commit a violation of the law. I'll leave your sins up to you and God and your church, but pay within 90. I can give you 120 if you need a little more time.
Sure, that'll work.
All right, 120 days. You did enter the no contest plea and waive your right to finish in the trial. So I don't see this as appealable, but if you do feel you have grounds to appeal it, that would have to be filed within 14 days. And your appeal bond would be $243 in this matter. You'll pay to the clerk of the district court. Like I said, make sure you pay it or they'll suspend your license. And then your problems are really going to snowball. I don't know if your speedometer's off or if you just like to drive fast, but you better slow down, sir. All right, nothing further. We'll be in recess. Thank you, Trooper Adams. You may go at this time.
And the state would likewise thank Trooper Adams for honoring his subpoena this afternoon.
And Mr. De Silva, thank you for being here and exercising your right to trial. You are excused from these proceedings today.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your service as well, and thank everybody else who attended.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You may go, sir.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, officer.
Is Attorney Jones here now? Did I see